Alright, this is the Kemper in performance mode, as indicated by the flip switch over here. What to say about this? You have 125 performances. Each performance can contain up to 5 different rigs, or 5 versions of the same rig, if that would please you for some weird reason. Anyhow, that means like each performance could be one song. You could have performance 1, you could have guitars or rather rigs suited for some song by Pink Floyd, if you're in a cover band. Performance number 2 could be a song that suits for a track by Tigers of Pantan, or whatever. Or if you play in your own band with original material, you could have yeah, but I mean, maybe you have some really soft, nice songs while you work a lot with different effects and stuff like that. So you need some different, like one low gain chorus sound, one high gain sound with echoes on. But whatever you need, that's what you can do with the performances. So this is not as complicated as you might believe at the first glance of it. You have in this window, I hope you can see it well, because it's kind of hard to get all the knobs and buttons and display and everything into a good view with my video camera, but I'm trying my best. So this is a new performance. You don't have to create it, it's there. You can just scroll up and down. And you scroll up and down with the rig buttons over here. Performance number 9, scroll up, performance number 10, 11, etc, etc. Go back to number 10. That's a performance which I haven't done any really any edits to so far. You can see that the first rig, you have the different rigs represented by these boxes here. So the first is already set for crunch. But that's the way all my performances comes. First rig will be crunch. I don't want crunch. So I want to change that one. Well, then you can just turn the browse and you see you get the rig list over here. Yeah, you can see that, I think. What do I want rather than crunch? I want, what do I want? Doesn't really matter. I want King Fat. Load that one, please. Yeah, hooray, now you can see I have King Fat. I think that's a gainy sound rig. So switch slot position with those 2 buttons. Can you see them? Yeah, you can see them in the video camera. Left, or rather right, sorry, and left to move about in the 5 slots. So number 2, I have nothing assigned. What do I want there? I'll just turn browse, and I would like something Mesa Boogie stylish, like Mark IV lead. Give it to me, and I got it. You can see it in position, or rather slot number 2. So for number 3, what do we want? I would like something pitch, with pitch in it. That's great. Now we got that one set. Fantastic. So that's how it looks now. So I press store again. Here I can set a new name. I will clear out all that, and I will give it a new name. XR. Exam. PLE. That's fine. It's an example for you to watch. So store again. Stored. So now you can see it's called example loud and clear. Maybe not so loud, but clear anyway. So that's great, right? So here's another thing. When you have the rigs inside a performance, it's like this. I'll go back to King Fat. You can see that King Fat, bass, middle, treble, presence, all are set for straight up 12 o'clock, no plus or no minus. But I think it should benefit from a little less bass. So let's reduce that to minus 2.5. And it could use some more middle. So let's increase that for 2.0. That's nice. Now I'll press store here. Otherwise those changes will be erased if I change over to another view or something like that. So store, let's call it example again. I don't want to change that, it's stored. Great, so okay, now you can see I can switch to the Mesa Boogie lead and back, and the changes are still in the King Fat. But if I go back to the browser mode, and now I have to go back to, King Fat, load that one. You can see in the browser mode King Fat is still all 12 o'clock. No changes whatsoever, but in the performance mode it's saved with the it's saved with the changes I did. So the changes you do to a rig within the performance mode slot only affect the rig in that position. Does not change the original rig that you took from the browser view or similar. So that's neat. Another thing that you can do, you can, let's say that King Fat is in fact the rhythm sound that you would like for this track. So you would press edit, slot settings, rename slot, clear, and I will change the name for R H I'm blind. Y T M rhythm. You could do it even more fancier with rhythm guitar or something like that, but I think you know what I mean. So I'll just press store. Yeah, and it's stored. For the first slot in performance number 10, the first slot is called rhythm, and here you can see that it is King Fat. You can also rename the rig, but I mean, if you go in, you can rename the rig and call that rhythm, but that would be kind of stupid to do. It's much better to see what rig you have originally here in this line, and what you plan to do with that rig in this performance. And so you could go on and name the mark for lead just lead, and the pitch you could call, if you use it for a bridge, you could call it bridge or bridge 1 or bridge 2. You can have up to 5. I'm not gonna fill in all of them because that's stupid. But let's say that the song started with a bridge where you were using pitch plus 4 minus 3. Maybe you would like that slot at the first place instead. And that's easy to do because you just press arrange, and that was not what I wanted. This is to move the whole performance to another performance slot. That's not what I wanted to do, so let's exit. I wanted to pitch, arrange. No! Here we are on pitch, and we press edit, slot settings, move slot, and now we can move it with this. It's a bit slow, sorry if I'm obscuring the view, but you can, yeah, now it's in position 2, so let's press the left rig button once more. Position 1, fantastic. exit, exit. Yeah, you can see now it's in the right place. So that's not a big deal really. That's easy as pie. If you're using for like a foot controller, you have the official Kemper stuffed with functionality, or you have the Behringer FCB 1010 that could be used out of the box as a MIDI controller for the Kemper, or you could buy the special chip that I don't remember the name for really right now to transfer it to a more Kemper orientated foot controller. But then you could set up these and you can switch both performances with the foot controller, and of course you can switch between the different rigs or slots within the performance also with the foot controller, which is a lot faster than doing it manually, turning your back on the audience and start fiddling with all the buttons, because that kind of sucks. Also, I know one question you could ask yourself would be, how do I remove a rig? Well, actually I don't think you can remove a rig, but what you can do is, like, you can't do it for the first one, because that will always, it seems that there is some technicality that forces it to always have one rig in the first slot in a performance. Like you saw, I had a crunch coming up in any new or unused performance that I'm scrolling up to. But so you can't change it for the slot 1, it seems like. But if I go to slot number 2, the rhythm, you can see slot enabled. Press this button and there is no rig anymore. RIP rig. But it's not really like deleting it, because you just disable it. So if you press that button again, enabled, yahoo, and it's back. It's the same same slot with the same rig and the same settings. Yeah, so you don't erase it, you just disable it. Because I also think that this will also stop you from changing to something unwanted, like if you have 4 slots with clean sounds with lots of reverb and choruses and delay and stuff, and then on the 5th one you have like a really trashy, distorted, gainy sound, and you by accident stomp that when you want a really clean sound. Yeah, then it would be better to disable the last slot with the high gain sound. Well, okay, that was a few words about the performance mode in the Kemper. Not really that hard, but why not include it on the channel, I think. I hope you had some use for it, otherwise I have no idea why you're still watching this video. If you did like it, please give a thumbs up, as always. And if you subscribe, I will love you and worship you for the rest of the eternity, for sure. Stay tuned for more great videos, hopefully, from Have Guitar. Take care, be well, and goodbye!